All right, as requested, we are showing Joey the tale of Jenny and Screech for the first time ever. You guys ready to do this? Sheesh. What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. I go by the name Black Pegasus, and I got a very special guest in the building, my main man and videographer, Joey Sparks. Say what's up, player.
What's going on, bro? Always a pleasure. Oh, shoot. Back at it again. Yo, this is the one I'm most excited for from the comments, from any previous REN stuff. This is just the title alone has me intrigued. And now that we've seen some one takes and listened to some of the interview and behind the scenes, I am super. Oh, yeah. Tell them where they can find the interview.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Stop, man. It's all good. I'll get it. I got mine.
Like, I'll do that.
My brain is turned on. I'm ready.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
a lot of times I film at night and I'm just be kind of lagging, but today it's daytime, baby. I'm ready to go.
Got it. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited.
Let's get it. So you guys, we've been sitting down. We did a he's never heard of Rammstein, so that was really fun. But I wanted, because he's a videographer and this whole concept of one takes, which we discussed in our REN interview, which is out now on the channel. It's doing great. So you guys keep supporting that. But we wanted to take a trip down one takes. So I took him to the original Money Game. And then now this is, I mean, I want to let him make a decision before I start talking about what I think of the tale of Jenny and Screech, so it's an authentic reaction. But he's never heard the song, he's never seen the video, and he's a videographer, and we're going down this one-take rabbit hole, so I believe this is going to be really fun. Now, if you guys are watching this and you wanted to see it first, this is on Joey's channel. I told him to upload it to his channel. You guys need to sub to his channel, show him some love, because he's a hardworking videographer, and I think that's the least we could do for this brother, you know what I'm saying? And then I do know I have a little more reach on my channel, so once I think his video peaks out, I'll go ahead and repost it on mine just so everyone sees it. You know what I'm saying? The more people see it, the better. Yeah. Sometimes on our channel, we're introducing people to REN. So there's just so many things going on in tandem.
So yeah, but
let's freaking go.
Before we get started, Huskers jacket. My man's from Wales, right?
Yep.
Welsh, and he got the Nebraska Cornhuskers jacket on. A little inside scoop. I used to think I was the illest brother in Nebraska. You remember?
Yeah. I'm the illest in Nebraska.
I lived in Lincoln, Nebraska for a little bit and got down here and there with the hand-to-hands. But
look at the pants. The pants. You see what he's wearing?
The Carl Knives.
Hey!
Come on, man. Come on,
Jack. You catching on to his '90s vibe?
Oh,
that's his.
Yeah, because that's that old windbreaker, or not the windbreaker. What are those jackets?
Starter
called?
jacket?
Starter jacket.
Yeah,
son.
yeah.
Tell my old ass what's up. All right.
Well, let's go.
So ready.
Before we get started, you guys don't forget to like, share, and comment on all the content. If you rock with the vibe, subscribe. By now, we're either at 100K or really close, and it's because you guys are supporting the movement and becoming a part of the community. So let's get it, y'all.
40-year-old
What?
boys are back in town. 40. Boys are back in town. 40-year-old
What?
boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. Malt liquor for your ears. 40.
All right, let me get this logo down and pull the video up. Don't forget, like I said, we got the REN interview on the channel, but I also did a really fun parody of Genesis called Mushy Peas. But I got music videos, a lot of original content on the channel, so make sure you're supporting the original content the same way you do the reactions. It means so much. And me love you long time, player and playettes. Let's get it, though.
I heard that.
We're going to bring it back to the beginning, and let's just get this popping, man.
Because this is one take, Bill. And then my man out here with his Antonio Banderas on again. Let's go.
Here we go. All right. So I know as a videographer, you're going to pay attention to the shots. Tell me when to pause whenever you want to make comments.
For sure, pause,
but for this one, it's a story. So pay attention to the lyrics. And
I might let it ride a little bit longer than I normally would, just so I can kind of absorb some.
Here we go.
Effing talent. Stop before we start. Sorry. Doing the trumpet with his voice, like a dead ass. I'm thinking of my pops right now, and he was the RIP, but he was like the only other person that I remember who would do that, who would like, oh, I'll play a trumpet right now with my lips. You know what I'm saying? Had me draw it in for a second. Let's go.
That's tight. Hell yeah.
It was a quiet, dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet. She was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before she wanted to escape. Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there walked this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain. He'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech. He was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief. At 14 years old, the devil had set his sights on his soul. As Jenny walked home all alone, she felt scared. Usually she was alright, but it was like there was something in the air. A divine intervention telling her to beware. Maybe intuition bugging her and making her so scared. Sirens sound in the distance to the beat of Jenny's feet. A symphony of the night that echoes crime on London streets. Jenny turns a corner, their eyes they meet. Our poor girl Jenny, a boy named Screech. Give me all your money, bitch, give it to me. If you cooperate, then you'll soon be free. I want your purse, your phone, don't fucking look at me. I mean it. Bitch, are you listening to me? Jenny freezes statue like a lady shakes stalactite. Feel like liquid night.
Filming with people watching you, and then to give the active performance, like the genuine acting that he has to bring when he story tells. Kudos to him to act like that person's not there. I mean, you got to perform anyway with an audience. So to forget about this guy who probably watched you do this a couple times.
Hey, it's funny too, because I'm a rapper that does music videos and we've done them together. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, hold on, I'm not into it because there's people walking, and I have to get into a point where I'm like, okay, I'm not worried about what they think. Right. Just rap and focus on your lyrics. And then and then it's like you get in this moment with you and the camera where everything's blocked out. But sometimes it's hard to reach that depending on what level you're at as an entertainer.
Yeah, when you got a call on it or not. Can you flip the switch? And how long does that switch take? Sometimes it takes a take or two or a little bit longer just to kind of scope the situation. So,
big facts.
Good shit on him. Let's go.
In the dark night, she tried to find strength to move, but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheeks. You think I don't mean it, girl? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy code. Screech reached with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete, and he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter in her breath. It was a quiet, dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny lay still on the cold concrete. She's found somewhere to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked it about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.
Now these one takes are connected.
Okay.
They're actually been released as 3 separate music videos, but so people could understand the story together, he put them all together so we could just watch it in once.
Oh, love it. Let's go.
Our story, it starts right at the end of the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben. Dear Screech, dear boy, where did he go? He melted into the black night just like snow. Patrick, man, let me in, please open the door. I think I fucked up, Patrick, really fucked up, man, I'm not sure. I got crazy, left this lady lying still on the floor. I think I killed her, Patrick, come on, man, I can't knock no more. But Screech kept on knocking till his knuckles became sore. But there's no sign of Patrick down at number 54. No refuge for our villain, for the bitter hands of fate, with something far more sinister in mind that does away. Hey, babe, are you in? Nah, nothing really, I'm just a bit tired, listen. Can I swing around yours for a few moments? I just really miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch, for fuck's sakes!
Damn, Screech. Yo, Screech. This is we need to address this, Screech. We can't let this keep festering. All right, go ahead.
Siren sounds approaching like a banshee in the night. The shrill cry of justice cutting like the sharpest knife. But Screech was never one to run, not one to miss a fight. One hand upon his blade, he turned to face the blue lights. Come on then, you fucking cunts, let's fucking have you then. I am Screech, I'm the boss, I'm the ender of men. You think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3", working London on the night shift. What he didn't think he'd see was a boy running at him like an animal possessed. With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest.
Oh, let's go, Sam.
Our story, it ends right at the start. Young Screech and poor Jenny lying 1 street apart. An officer shaken by the boy that he claimed. 2 bodies lay lifeless, and it's such a shame. It's such a shame.
Just pause. Where are we at in this? So, fill me in.
Okay, so where we're at, this is called
Right.
The Tale of Jenny and Screech in Full.
Right.
We went through Jenny's tale.
Right.
We went through Screech's tale, and now we're about to go into Violet's tale.
Let's go. Yeah, I was like, when he came home and he started knocking on the door, I was like, oh my God, we're about to go down his point of view this whole way through. And then when he started getting passionate with the cops and shit like that, I want to see more of what they had in their mind. Go ahead.
So the acting is impeccable because I've watched this twice. I think I reacted to this solo and then with Dawn, and just the little intricacies. I noticed them the first time around, but I appreciate them more the more I see it. Like the knock on the guitar, and he's like, "Let me in, let me in," and you're like, and then he picks up the phone. Hey, he's like acting and putting on like that. I even said that in the interview. It's like Broadway. He's doing.
Oh my God, that's the most perfect word for it. Go ahead.
But the most amazing thing that I was just waiting for you to see was the gunshot. That was so, like, the camera work with that. It was just, it's so simple. But there's this saying I say on the channel that sometimes simplicity is the highest form of sophistication.
Right.
And in that moment, that's what that means. It's like, it's simple, but it's so complex at the same time. You know what I mean?
To me, I'd go like, oh, wow, you turned the camera on the side because it hit the person
Yeah,
and
and
fell down. But like, in this moment, because you had me so captivated with the story, that when you do it now, something is so just simple as boom, and then letting him perform in that new frame right there. And like, I was going to back it up and go, you know, there are, you know, director moments where I'm like, yo, like he's getting, you know, like rim lights, which pause is just, it just outlines the side of you that would disappear into the dark night, and he's doing that by catching off street lights. They're not I know there's no assisted lights in here. And when he's choosing to do handheld too, because it adds to the chaoticness, those micro jitters you have in your hand. So like when he's in passion or something like that, those micro jitters that you put in with your hands, they just add to, like, subconsciously to the viewer going, I'm at angst. I just don't feel right. I feel unsettled.
Right. Well, they're both taking part in the art, because when he was spinning around him, you're getting this sense like, oh, what's happening? Like, you're
and
like,
he's just walking,
he's in this chaotic state.
And when it's kind of going in and out, because the story calls for that, to me as a videographer, I'm going, it's allowed for focus to go in and out.
Yeah.
Normally I would go, oh shit, you want it to be in focus, you want to do it the whole way again. But you get these like little like little passes, like, you know, like I can get away with it because the story is chaotic and what's going on.
Big facts. Anyways, all right, let's keep it moving.
Sorry.
No, I didn't mean to say anyways, like anyways. Like, I just meant it like, yeah, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
No facts. No, I meant nothing by it.
Hence why we use those block letters for mushy peas.
Yeah, this is like his.
It's a reoccurring theme.
Right, it's his thing. I love it.
Let's go.
And your wig. Protect REN at all costs. This man is, wow. He's just so creative. It's so talented. So beyond the creativity, the talent to then go.
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beeps and bloodstains, she saw a lady weep. She's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's tale.
The rewind sound on the acoustic.
Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took a tie but never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16. A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and Violet, she fell fast. See, Stevie was a wrong un, but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night he took her tight, but never left the room. History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue and dark. She never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance. Violet, why are you always so quiet? On her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Oh. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood's black bone, crack, knick, knack, paddywhack, one to the jaw and the tooth spat, detached fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess he's left her bruised and broke. Violet, why you always so silent, Violet? Why you such a little liar, Violet? Do you think I want to do this, Violet? In character, she stays silent. Well, say something, Violet. Silence. Fucking say something, Violet. Silence. Wait. Say something, Violet. Not one word. She stays quiet. London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. The doctor, in a state of shock, saw something here so very wrong. See, Violet, she was pregnant. Poor Violet, she was 9 months gone. Turning to the doctor, Violet broke her silence and she cried, if I'm to die right here tonight, please let my baby stay alive. The doctor soon regained composure, called the surgeon to come in. As Violet's world turned to black, the curtains closed, the lights went dim. In London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or a miracle, it happened on these very streets. Two twins are lying side by side. A girl named Jenny and a boy named Screech.
What did I just see? Wow. Twins. Bruh. How does one think of something like this, bro? Like, it's like script writing. Damn.
I think the first time I heard something like this was when Immortal Technique put out Dance with the Devil.
I'm not familiar with
Yeah,
that
there's a big twist at the end. And that twist in this end is like, oh. What did you take from that twist?
I mean, the fact that it was a brother-sister combo that the story was about, that the murder happened to, right? That's like, to me, I'm just more like I'm trying not to be like overly like, like hypey or, like putting a battery in his back, but it's so creative on somebody I've already been impressed by an amount of creativity to even write something like that. Like, who's like, and then at the end, we'll let him know that it was between a brother and sister. Like, that's, and then the videographer in me was like, this last segment for Violet's segment, bro, that thing was so far back in the hospital room to walk all the way out into the streets to then end up in this great amber and green lighting. Man, go ahead. I still got some seconds left.
No, I'd ended. I just brought it back so the visuals up while we talk.
Oh, man. What am I like, guys? Because I want to watch it again because I know I missed some stuff. What did you? Anything in there I should look for a second time around?
With this last one, you know, me and you did a one take of Mushy Peas. And remember, we were going to do the door where I walk out the door. But the reason we couldn't walk out the door, you guys, was because we couldn't film while they had customers. And we were on a time delay. But when we were talking to Sam and Ren, they were talking about just when he did Genesis, how just walking through the door, like trying to get that down, and then they walk into a street and he almost got hit by a car because they're just locked in doing it.
Right.
So I think me and you understand at a very small level of how crazy a one take is. You know what I'm saying? So what you saw there going through the door of the hospital, coming out here, like that's just incredible. That's like, it's incredible. But for me, the story, when I start to try to unravel the story, what I got from the story is the story starts with Violet. Violet is an abused young woman by her dad, who goes down the path of finding an abusive significant other. Ironic, right? So the depth and complexity of the story is this significant other she has forcefully takes her from time to time, and that's probably how she got pregnant. Now, in this pregnancy, she has twins, right?
Right.
So, this dude, in the concept of beating her, he beats her to an inch of her life. She loses her life. She gives birth to the twins. Well, twins would go into an orphanage. They would go separate ways. And that's what happened. And then it met back up. But the very complex part of this is how a lot of times the kids take on your traits. And so it's almost like Jenny took on the traits of Violet and Screech took on the traits of the father.
Of the dad,
And so you're just seeing this whole thing, like when you really just break down, it's like a really well-written masterpiece. And it just ends where you're like, oh shit, the twins were Jenny and Sarah. But if you really start diving into it, it's like, well, how much, you know, life is crazy where these two kids live in the same city. He ends up being this way and ends up killing his own sister. It's almost like like Star Wars when Princess Leia and Luke are like, oh snap, we're brother and sister.
I had no clue we were related. I like the idea about, like, you know, like some of this stuff was passed down even while they were just in the womb. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's just my interpretation, because I know people who've had kids and they're like, dang, she acts just like her father, or acts just like her mother, or da-da-da-da. And it happens. The DNA, like it travels. It the really genetics
does. And you gotta either, I have stumbled upon times as a parent where I'm going, no, I got to change this. This is a little different. My dad did it one way, or my folks did it one way, but like I get the choice of kind of changing it here. And thank goodness for those ones that you can change. But some of that other stuff, that psychological stuff, that's why I'm, you know, big on protect the kids and shit like that too. It's just because like their minds are so delicate, and they're malleable. Oh, they can just be steered down the wrong path of what's normal and what's not. And hey man, I would like to say to the chef, they prepared the steak phenomenal. I love the dry rub they put on it. Man, it's just it's multi-layered, like onion storytelling, and then like you got, you know, like you got his lyrics that tell a story. Then you got his performance of the lyrics, which involve that acting component. Then like him walking and performing on the guitar. That's another part. You got to put that musical component in there while he's got to think about everything else and his acting and his lyrics. He's got to keep this rhythm on his fingers here. And then he's got to relay this to Sam. Sam's got to go, okay, we're going to go from here, go from here, go from here. And to get it all done for us to be able to have these gems, it's people caring about the art, man.
Ren does it again. Now, I've seen this, but every time I watch things, it's just the little subtleties. And then after talking to him, and then us doing a little one take that was more simplistic.
We were
and even with that, like we were kind of in a rush, so we were doing little hacks, you know, like so it's just it's like when I freestyle on the channel, I realize the complex nature of freestyling off the top of the brain for Harry Mack. The same with Ren. The more I dive into this as being a writer, I was like, I personally haven't put something together this clever of a story. This takes a lot of ingenuity with your writing. And then the one take stuff is just phenomenal. Like it's just like, you know,
like top tier, you know.
It's awesome, man. And it's inspirational.
Vodka.
You know, I don't know where I'm at with my career, but this inspires me to just be like, hey man, let's work on a little something. Let's do a one take with Andy Rue.
We have to try and do something like that. Like if you nail like a story, we might have to just figure out how to do it and like put it there, because like I said, I was inspired by it too. I was like, I don't always have the time to create, but we create very well anyway. So if it was going to be with somebody, it'd probably be you, because you understand the nuances. It just can't be no regular old person, a regular old client who just be, you know, trap rapping and then be like, I want to do it once, and now you don't know what it's going to take. He know what it's going to take, so he going to be prepared. Right. So, oh man, thank you, Ren. Thank you for putting me in front of Ren. Shit.
This is good, man. All right, you guys. Hope you enjoyed that. This is fun, man. Rocking with the friends, bring them through that little Ren rabbit hole. But that was Ren, the tale of Jenny and Screech. This is going to be on Joey's channel. I'm going to put it on Joey's channel, and we'll rock there for a few days. Then I'll put it on mine. But, you know, the goal is to help him get, you know, his subscribers up and his watch hours up as he's maneuvering through the space of YouTube. So if you enjoy him, support him. But at the same time, you know, we're just here putting out fun content, stuff we enjoy. Most importantly, support Ren. If you're already subbed to his channel, make sure you're telling other people. We got to get him to 1 milli.
He's so close to
and I think High Ren hit like 15 million views today, and now it's starting to spike. Something I told everyone months ago, something's happening here, and it's just cool to be a part of that.
When I started watching it after I left here watching it, was at 13. So that was however long ago, and
there were so many people reacting to it. It's just going to get crazier too. So I'm happy for him, man. Things are his life is changing, and
he deserves it.
Just want to see him get healthy so he can you know, do his thing as artist. So on that note, you guys, we're getting out of here, man. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out Joey's channel and like, share, comment on all the content, subscribe. Let's do it. 40.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ boys. 40. Yeah.